Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with 10 CDs of random Leopold Stokowski. Well, it's not entirely random. They tried to curate this, featuring recordings from 1926 to 1945, which are all kind of public domainy. It's interesting, actually. There's a whole pile of stuff, Stokowski classics. He lived from 1882 to 1977. There he is, and it's on that 10 CD box label thing by what is this? Something Merton Music or Morton Music, or let me see what it says it is now. They may have changed their name to escape legal action for all I know. Who knows? Up there we go. Membran. Yeah, that's it. No, they haven't changed their name. It's Membran. And it's mostly public domain stuff that they've borrowed from other sources. God knows what those were. And it sounds mostly as good as the other sources do, because when you're taking digital recordings of things or things that have been digitized, you don't really lose digits when you transfer them. So let's just see what's in here, shall we? I mean, I'm just curious, because Stokowski is so wonderful and so quirky and original that it's always fun to see what people have managed to come up with, especially since he made so many recordings of everything in the universe. Of course, opening it is, it opens from the bottom. I was trying to do it from the side. Silly moi. All right, let's just go through this, shall we? Let's see what we're doing. CD1, Bach. Of course, there's got to be Bach. These are with Philadelphia, and so they're his early Philadelphia Bach things. And his Bach transcriptions are wonderful, and you've got 54 minutes of them, and the sound is it was state of the art in its day. Well, that doesn't tell you much, does it? Because in its day, state of the art sounded pretty crappy, but it's okay. I mean, you can hear what he's doing, and that's what matters. Oh yes, look at this. Oh my goodness. Well, this is worth having. This is fun. It's Beethoven's Ninth. Yeah. With Philadelphia Orchestra and Agnes Davis and Ruth Cathcart and Robert Beltz and Eugene Lowenthal, with the Philadelphia Orchestra Chorus. What year was this? Does it tell us? Yes, 1934. 30 April 1934. Nifty. I mean, reorchestrated in places like he later did in his Phase 4 recording. But that's worth having. That's fun. Wagner stuff. Well, you got to have the Wagner stuff. Music. Let's see. The Rienzi Overture, Lohengrin Preludes, Tannhäuser Overture, and Venusberg music. The Prelude to Act 3, arranged by Stokowski, from 1926. Wow. 1936, pardon me. And Meistersinger, Preludes to Acts 1 and 3. So these are all with Philadelphia. These are classic recordings. They really were. I mean, they introduced so many people to Wagner, even if it wasn't entirely the way Wagner wrote it. CD4, more Wagner. The symphonic synthesis of Tristan and Isolde, which is 35 minutes of wonderfulness. This was recorded in 1932. Wotan's Magic Fire music thing. Götterdämmerung. Let's see. Erlösung. Yes, it's the Erlösung. Well, whatever that is. Parsifal, the Good Friday music, and the symphonic synthesis, again, with the Philly from the 30s for the most part. I mean, this is classic Wagner stuff. That you really should have. Tchaikovsky, Symphony No. 5, with the funky finale. And let's see, it's with the New York City Symphony and the NBC Symphony Orchestra. And you also get Romeo and Juliet, and again, as before, Alone. It's a song transcription. There you go. Just marvelous, from 1942 with NBC. So those are kind of rarities. And then you've got pictures and an exhibition, excerpts. Well, you should have the whole thing, really. Isn't that terrible? Chovanshchina, the intermezzo from Act 4. Okay. Scriabin, the Poem of Ecstasy. Oh, yeah, 1932. Really, or is it? Yeah, 31-32. Excerpts from the Poem of Ecstasy. Only 4 minutes of it. Well, I don't know what that's for. And his Etude in C-sharp minor, which is a Stokey transcription. Lyudov, Russian folk songs from 1934. That's cool. That was kind of a Stokey specialty. Glier, the dance of the Red Russian sailors dance, from the Red Poppy. and the Caucasian sketches Procession of the Sardar from the 20s and 30s. I mean, these are all electrical recordings at least, but they start in 1927, which was the dawn of electrical recording. So it's bits and sniglets of things. I mean, actually, in 1932, you wouldn't want to hear the poem of ecstasy anyway. There would be very little ecstasy. I mean, at that point, trust me, there wouldn't. Then we've got the New World Symphony. Oh, he did that a million times. I mean, he really did. He did it a bazillion trillion times. This is the 1935 recording. And Sibelius, the Swan of Twinella? Yes. From the Lemminkainen Suite. And Finlandia from the 30s. Yes, the Swan of 29 and 30s. And now we're on CD8. Oh, goody. We've got, let's see, Berlioz, the Roman Carnival from 1931. Bizet Carmen Suites in Stokey's own version with the NBC Symphony, I think. Is it? I don't know. Does it say? No, it's the Philadelphia and the New York City Symphony. Okay, from 1945. That's with the New York City Symphony. Samson, Samson and Delilah Bacchanal from 27. Oh, it's fun. I mean, just to hear them try and do it in 27. And the Danse Macabre from 36. And 2 Gymnopédie by Satie, orchestrated by Debussy. And then we've got, what's this? More Bach and Tchaikovsky Nutcracker Suite excerpts. The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Oh, this is Stokowski and Fantasia. And you've got The Rite of Spring. Yay! Yes, The Rite of Spring. It's not just excerpts. It's like the whole deal. With Philly, right? Yeah, the Philly recording and A Night on Bald Mountain. So you've got all these bits that he did for Fantasia. And that's fun to hear. And it's their grotty original sonics. And last but not least, Rachmaninoff doing his own Piano Concerto No. 2, Stravinsky's Firebird Suite, and Schoenberg the Prelude only to Gurrelieder, recorded in 1932. He did the whole thing, of course. And that was a classic recording of a work that nobody ever thought they'd hear on disc, as early as Stokowski did it. So there you go. It's actually, this box is a handy way to pick up a lot of the earlier Stokowski stuff that, existed on Pearl and Naxos Historical and some of those other historical labels, which seem to have vanished or disappeared. You might be able to find them all on YouTube now. Probably all of this stuff is available on YouTube, but you can, this is inexpensive. And so if you want to hang on to it and grip it yourself, and know what it is, it's useful and it's cheap. So what the heck? I thought it was kind of a nifty opportunity for you historical Stokowski people to hear what's going on with these earlier recordings at not too great a price and to find them easily in a convenient place. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.